Hey guys, Jim here. I wanted to share with you a quick little video on a knife that I really dig. It's a cool little thing Microtech put out called the UTX-70. It's an out-the-front auto, and it's kind of an anomaly. It's one of these weird things where you're not sure if this is a limited edition knife or not, because it's really kind of seasonal. There'll be times that there'll be droughts, 6, 7, 8 months, damn near a year, and they're not releasing any. You won't see any. And the prices get a little bit jacked up when you do find one. And then all of a sudden, Microtech just floods the market, and they're everywhere. So it's really hard to put your finger on what to call this. I guess it's just safe to call it a limited production. My particular example was built in December of 2012, so it's a very recent model. And I purchased this, I want to say it was in January. Yeah, I think it was in January. And it's one of those knives that I just felt compelled to own. And I want you to see the size of this. 5 3/4 inches, basically the size knuckle to tip of my index finger. It's a very small knife, and that was what really attracted me to it. And you'll hear it fires hard for such a little knife. I chose to go with the double-edged blade with the full serrations across the top. This was going to be more or less like a letter opener for me, and I wanted to have something where I had a little bit of extra teeth to it when I wanted to cut something a little bit tougher than that. And as we get here to the blade, you'll see that it's marked S35VN. Most of the UTX-70s that I've seen have been D2. This is S35VN, which I'm really a fan of. I've always liked S35VN. This one, quite obviously, all black, and then all of the hardware is blasted. So your switch, all the screws, and by the way, on a UTX-70, unlike any other size, the screws are all flat. It's the same tri-wing screw design. See if I can get a better shot of it here for you. But the middle section isn't pointed up like an arrow like you see on the larger ones. And there are no screws on the opposite side. Just a nice clean clip. Also done in the blasted finish. Just an overall nice, clean, very easy to carry little knife. And this thing is a lot of fun. I mean, you'll just sit there and play with it and play with it and play with it. The most severe cutting task it's had for me is exactly what I bought it for, a letter opener, opening up an envelope here and there. I think I've carried it all of one time. And that's why at this point I'm actually going to be selling it. And anybody that wants it, just shoot me a private message. I'll be selling it for like, $185. Shipped, of course. I liked it because it was so tiny. It's a just under 2.5 inch, 2.45 inch blade that is just 6 sharp, and it's got a crazy spike-like tip. I really wouldn't want to be on the business end of this thing. I mean, obviously it's not a very big knife, but man, it's just wicked. It's cool and it's different. I've had quite a few small knives. Here's that little Mantis Pit Boss that I brought out in one of my other videos. Kind of put that into comparison. Not that a lot of people have held a Pit Boss. It's kind of an odd little choice. How about this? How about a Browse Silent Soldier Flipper? And everything just dwarfs this little thing. I don't have anything, even in a small knife, that doesn't make it look cartoonishly small. Because everything I have is thicker and just beefier. What is the smallest slim knife that I have that's fairly common? I guess maybe a Rainbow Leak. And even by that standard, there's just a tremendous difference in size. My personal favorite size of the Microtech Out the Front series has always been the Ultratech, and I think it always will be. I've owned and loved my Scarab for a long time, and a few different variations, but I really do like the Ultratech overall the best. I had issues with the Daytona. A lot of people had issues with the firing of the Daytona, which is the Daytona basically replaced the UTX-85. And for those that don't know, and I know a lot of you know a lot more about Microtech than I do, but for those that are newer, the name UTX-70 comes from this is 70% of the size of an Ultratech. UTX-85 was obviously 85% the size of an Ultratech, and the Daytona has pretty much replaced being the same size as the UTX-85. So I just decided on a whim one night, I'm going to get something cool and tiny and small, and I was on a real kick of buying Microtech out the fronts. I think I bought 3 or 4 in that same month. And this one just called to me. It was just such a cool, cute little knife. And it's a mean little bastard. It is, like I said, it's really, really sharp. It's not razor's edge sharp, but it is beyond the sharpness level that I think you would need for practical everyday purposes. It's certainly going to suit everybody's needs. If you're looking for a sweet little, you know what, I don't want to say a novelty, but let's say a conversation piece that can be used as a practical EDC, this is a really good way to go. I mean, assuming that the laws in your state allow you to have an automatic knife, yada, yada, yada. This is a really fun little knife. They don't cost a hell of a lot. Like I said, when I bought mine, these were $225 with the S35 full serrated blade. It's less if you get like the Tanto blade, or I don't think they offer the bayonet blade in the UTX 70s as far as I'm aware, but obviously you have a lot of different choices. And they vary within $5, $10, $15 of one another. The build quality is the same as every other Microtech I've personally owned. You know, they had their rough patch there for a couple of years, and now it seems like they're back going strong, making a good, solid quality product. I have not owned any current or new manufactured Microtech out the fronts that have had any issues. The one I had issue with was built a couple of years ago. It was a custom Daytona with the abalone side done in blue aluminum. I had issues with firing with that. I sent it back to the dealer. They sent it back to Microtech, got it back as a brand new, fully saleable item. I just didn't want to mess with the warranty on that. It was just a thing for me. But other than that, I've never had a single issue with any Microtechs. They've been reliable. They've been great. And, you know, they're fun. They're fun to own. And, you know, I apologize to anyone who may live in a state that prohibits you from owning an automatic. I'm not trying to rub it in. But they really are fun to own. They're just, I don't know. You know, it's like owning a flipper. You sit there all day long incessantly flipping your flippers, you know, because it's fun. It's just, there's something about it that you enjoy. Actually, we don't really need that. And that's the same way with a good quality automatic. I have fired this, you know, plenty of times, never had a single misfire, no issues whatsoever. And there's a feeling, a certain feeling of power when you're holding an automatic. I don't know what that is. It's that feeling of I'm hitting that switch or I'm releasing that plunger, and this strong force is taking over. There's just something super cool about that we all, I think it's, I don't know, I don't want to say it's a guy thing, because there are certainly, you know, a myriad of female collectors out there that would get the same appreciation for it that we do. But I don't know, there's something about holding an automatic in the hands. And I did a full video on automatics, so I don't want to go off on that. But I just want to say, for those that may have been curious, hey, is it worth the couple $100 to buy a UTX-70? You know, that's a lot of money for such a small knife. I say, yeah. I say, you know, it's going to be so much fun, and it's going to be so unique in your collection. I think it's worth the investment, that by itself. But think about those days when you're dressed a little bit lighter, you know, when you're not wearing jeans and everything else. You're just wearing, you know, a pair of lightweight shorts. You don't want to throw something, you know, like this Curtis in your pocket that weighs, I don't know what this weighs, 5.5 ounces. You want to put something in your pocket that's, you know, uber small, uber lightweight. The thing weighs 1.2 ounces. It is by far the lightest weight knife I've ever owned. So I think you get a good amount of bang for the buck. So there it is in closing. Just wanted to do a quick, less than 10-minute video and just kind of highlight it. You know, again, this is another one of those knives that you can search around on YouTube, and there will be videos. And I just don't see a lot that are in high quality, full HD. So I try to, whenever possible, showcase a knife that, even if it's been reviewed and overviewed and over talked about, that maybe we can get a slightly better quality video out there so you can see it from all angles, because a lot of us, and I include myself in on this, don't have the luxury of a quality knife store close to us. So we tend to buy online, sight unseen, and maybe you'll see something here in this video that either you don't like about this knife or that you do like about this knife. And I'm happy to help whenever I can. So there is a full all the way around view. There's that blade once again. There's your switch. Close it up, and we shall close out this video. You guys have any questions down below? Feel free to shoot a comment down there, and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Thanks.